Okay, today we will discuss the following topic. The first one is foodborne illness, or also known as food poisoning and caused by consuming contaminated foods, beverages, or water, and could be a variety of bacteria, parasites, viruses, and or toxins. So, ang foodborne illness nga is nagkakos siya dahil nagko-consume tayo ng mga kontaminadong pagkain or inumin na maaaring tinitira na ng bacteria, parasites, viruses, and or toxins. Symptoms of foodborne illness depending on the cause, pero madalas it includes vomiting or pagsusuka, fever, and we may include diarrhea too. Okay, so ang cause nga ng foodborne illness is consuming contaminated foods. Ano nga ba ang contamination? Contamination is the act of contaminating or of rendering something harmful by contact with something dirty or unclean. Contamination is usually caused by bacteria, but it is also caused by viruses and parasites too. There are three sources of food contamination. The first one is ingredients. Ingredients include unwanted food or non-food substances, usually hair, fingernails, jewelry, dirt from unwashed fruits or veggies. Kailangan nga pag nagluluto tayo, laging hindi mahaba yung kuko, laging naka-hairnet, wala tayong suot ng mga jewelries for safetyness na din ng mga kakain ng dish na niluto mo. And also the dirt from unwashed fruits or veggies, it can cause contamination too because may maiiwang dirt dahil hindi mo siya nahugasang mabuti. Okay, the second one is air or simplest air pollution dun sa may environment mo. And usually from household combustion devices like wood or coal burning na maaaring yung usok na nanggagaling dun sa nagbabagang uling or kahoy is lumasa doon sa niluluto mong dish and it can cause food contamination. The third one is water. So water contamination is by substances which making the water unusable for drinking, cooking, or even cleaning. My example ko dito is yung tubig na nagagaling sa Poso Negro and at the same time sa Nawasa. Dahil yung sa Poso Negro minsan naglalasang kalawang siya and baka mag-cause siya ng diarrhea pag ginamit mo yan sa dish na iluluto mo. And sa Nawasa naman kasi is dumadaan siya sa mga tubo and meron siyang mga bacteria na dinadaanan at maaaring mag-cause din siya ng diarrhea. Talk about microorganisms. The first one is bacteria. It's a small single-celled organisms that found almost everywhere, and bacteria can live under extreme conditions of temperatures and pressures. This can cause infections and disease in humans and animals too. Some bacteria can help you to digest food and also used in making healthy foods like cheese and yogurts. Pero meron din mga bacteria na infectious that can make you ill and possible na mag-lead pa sa death. At dahil nga maliliit ang bacteria, hindi natin nakikita ng mga mata natin, they can reproduce quickly in your body. The second one is viruses. Viruses is a submicroscopic infectious agent that replicates only in the living cells of an organisms or nakakapag-produce lang sila ng marami pagka nasa loob na sila ng host ng organisms na yan. So, next one is parasites. It is an organism that lives in host organisms and gets its food from the expense of its host. So, yung parasite is isang organism din na naninirahan sa isa pang organism or sa mga tao or hayop or mga halaman. Ang food source ng parasites is yung mga undercooked pork or mga raw meats and veggies. Parasites is a host. It obtains nourishment from the host without killing the host. Last one is fungi. It's a single-celled multicellular organisms found in just about any habitat, but most live on the land, mainly in soil or on plant rather than in sea or in a fresh water. A very small number of fungi can cause diseases in animals, and in humans, this includes skin diseases such as athlete's foot, ringworm, and thrush. Okay, now the foodborne illness caused by viruses. So the first virus is hepatitis A virus or HAV. It can be found in the stool and blood of people who are infected. HAV is a very contagious or talagang nakakahawang virus siya. The next one is Norwalk viruses. It is a human viruses that causes gastroenteritis or intestinal infection. The last one is rotavirus group A. It is a major pathogen causing gastroenteritis in animals and in humans too. Or diarrhea. Nagpagtatae. This can happen if you touch contaminated objects or surfaces and then put your fingers in your mouth or eat contaminated food. The other cause of foodborne illness is by parasites. The first one is Anisakis spp. It is a parasitic disease caused by nematodes or worms that can invade the stomach wall or intestine of humans involving marine mammals. Anisakis spp caused by consuming of raw meats or uncooked fish. Okay, so next is Cyclospora caetanensis is a parasite that causes a diarrheal disease called cyclosporiasis. In humans, composed of one cell, too small to see without a microscope. Symptoms of this is watery diarrhea, lost appetite, nausea, and fatigue. Cyclospora caetanensis is caused by consuming food or water contaminated with parasites. Next is Cryptosporidium parvum. It is a parasitic disease of mammalian intestinal tract, or food sources of this is chicken salad. So, mammalian intestinal tract is mouth to anus. So, yung Cryptosporidium parvum is nagkakos siya ng disease sa mula bibig hanggang anus natin. The next one is Toxoplasma gondii. It is a protozoan parasite that infects most species of warm-blooded animals including human and causes the disease called toxoplasmosis. Toxoplasma gondii caused by eating undercooked or contaminated meat, especially pork or shellfish like oyster, clams, or mussels, and also by not washing hands thoroughly after handling them. It can lead to severe lung or brain disease for a person with weakened immunity. Next is Trichinella spiralis, or also called trichinosis, is a parasitic infection caused by roundworms, also caused by consuming undercooked or raw meat. So Trichinella spiralis species is the common cause of human disease, and infection occurs after ingestions of raw and undercooked pork and can cause diarrhea, nausea, and vomiting. So now, let's talk about risk, hazard, and accident. So risk is a situation involving exposure to danger or possibility of loss or injury. So risk is the possibility of something bad happen but we still taking. Okay, so hazard is any source of potential damage or something that can cause harm. So for example, in hazard is a knife or electricity. Accident is an event happened by chance or that is without apparent cause. So yung accident nga is unfortunate event resulting especially from carelessness or ignorance. So accident is hindi naman natin alam yan, nangyayari lang yan by chance. Okay, the strategies to manage threats. The following are some of the strategies that can be of help to manage threats. So first thing first, what is threat? It is the statement of an intention to inflict pain, injury, damage, or other hostile action on someone and retribution for something done or not done. So, in layman's term, threat is a warning. So, number one is avoid the threat. Pagka meron na tayong nakitang signs na or warning sa atin, iwasan na natin agad. Okay, number 2 is reduction of the adverse effect or probability of the threat. Meaning, reduction is bawasan natin yung mga probability na magtuloy nung warning na yun. Okay, number 3 is transfer of all or part of the threat to another party. Ibig lang sabihin dito na ililipat mo sa ibang tao or sa ibang partido yung maaaring mangyari sa hinaharap. Number 4 is retaining some or all of the potential or actual consequences of a particular threat, and the opposites for opportunities or uncertain future states with benefits. So, meaning is pagpapanatili ng lahat ng potensyal ng kahihinatnan ng threat or warning na yun. Common types of injuries. The first one is falls. It's a second leading cause of unintentional injury deaths. It is painful, scary, and can range from only minor fractures to severe breaks. Second is cuts. Injuries where the upper skin layer is damaged by friction, usually caused by a sharp object like knife or broken glass. The last one is burns, an injury to the skin caused by heat or due to radiation or overexposure to sun, and maybe electricity too. Thank you. Sobrang useful and helpful po ng mga lessons natin. Sobrang gaganda po talaga. Magagamit po siya in the near future. And kahit saan po magpunta or kahit anong gawin, apply po talaga lahat ng pinag-aralan natin. At yung mga diniscuss ko po ay ilan sa mga tumatak sa akin or talagang sobrang interesado ako. Ako po pala si Norri Ortiz from BSHM 1A.